I'm not going to comment on this, anonymistic, but a lawsuit's coming, and it's not going to be a civil one. It's going to be a criminal one. That's all I'll say about that.
All right, so there was a comment up on the screen about suing Patreon and Kevin, which is me in this case, and he says there is a lawsuit coming, and it's not going to be civil, it's going to be criminal, which is not how lawsuits work. John is not the FBI. He cannot bring a criminal case against me. And the fact that he thinks he can tells me he's not talking to a real attorney.
No.
He does not have representation if he thinks that he can actually have me arrested and sent to prison for laughing at him.
Well, you'd also have to be arrested first.
Well, Pat, the funny thing is that he actually called our local police department and bragged about it on Twitter.
He lied.
And his show, saying how, I had a great conversation with the RPD today. Like, really, dude?
What? Imagine taking that call.
Yeah.
You're the police. It's like, hi, it's me, Stuttering John. It's like, what? I would hang up. Like, no, enough, kids. Stop doing this. Like,
hey, guys, it's the stunt boy from Howard Stern. This guy's always hilarious. All right, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, on the other line is the Jerky Boys. Who else is calling from the 90s? Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah. This guy's like, I was 2 days away from retirement.
Detail for detail of everything I did. Then I took a breath. I breathed out. Then I breathed in. Then I breathed out again. And continue. Like, so I want to see the notes. Like, mention the filter. Mention it twice.
Don't forget about the filter and the downstairs and the upstairs.
Seymour Butts likes filter talk. I heard he likes that.
I was out of freaking breath.
You still are.
That's ever since I had those strokes. That's how it's been for me. Anyway, there's the link.
Send me money.
Holy shit.
How do I get them to like me? Oh, I had strokes. Remember when I had strokes? And it took away my only good thing, my stutter.
Does that have anything to do with being dehydrated? If you had strokes in the past?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I don't think that's how that works.
Well,
I mean,
strokes.
during it, you can get thirsty.
All right. So John gets a super
Alcohol makes you dehydrated.
chat here, and I know not everyone can see this, so I will read it to you. This is interesting.
On this one, anonymous liberal. Thanks for the $10. I would advise everyone to make their YouTube name anonymous.
All right, it says, I would advise everyone to make their YouTube name anonymous. The last time I donated on here, I was doxxed on WATP Discord, and someone named Carl called my place of employment to get me fired. So this is what people are doing to John. They're fucking with him. They're telling him all this crazy shit, and he believes it because he's a fucking moron. John, you fall for this every time. And also, Anthony Cooper is talking about your kids right now. You fall for it every fucking time, you moron.
He was doxxed on one of these fucking things on Discord.
Yeah, like, this is real.
This isn't a bit.
Where did you meet kindness?
This is what Howard Stern's been saying this for decades. John is funny when he's not trying to be funny.
Yeah.
That's when you're funny, John.
Really
You're not a
is.
comedian.
He really believes that this woman hears someone be nice and goes, fuck you, stop it. He's being polite. John, I can't believe explain. I know you're listening. John, she's being polite in her disagreement. That's what she's saying.
I like to be a cunt to kind people. That's my motto.
First of all, now I gotta Google Grace. How do you spell that? 2 S's?
How many S's are there in that word?
I think you can kindly tell somebody that they're really effing wrong.
So, in other words, you agree with being kind.
Right.
Yes, but you just
Yes,
said
I'm kind in my disagreement.
What?
I'm kind in my language choices when I disagree.
Now,
and you'll see that on Twitter. You'll see me interact with people that are very toxic to me, and I'm happy to have a conversation. I'm just not going to go down their rabbit hole.
Okay, I get it. Now, look, let me say thank you to Mark Safe for being rated Baja King for the $5. Okay, why don't you tell everybody?
What a fucking idiot.
Let me thank the Baja King real quick. Because he's important. Thanks, lady, for sharing your toxicity. The Baja King is throwing me $5.
All right, Pat, I have a clip that I've been very excited to get to. It's a longer clip. So
I'm gonna go
do you
away.
have time? Can I reconnect with you so that we
Yes,
we don't
I-
get cut off? Okay, I'm going to send you another link. Okay.
So the only time that John wasn't fucking confused in that clip was when he was being smug, thinking that he was correcting the broad.
Isn't that great?
Yeah. Let me
Yeah,
tell
but
you-
what you just
Yeah,
said, though,
yeah.
you dumb C. Let me tell you what you just said, like a dummy.
And instead of saying, "No, John, you're a retard,"
Yeah.
she was disagreeing with kindness again.
Yes, you're right. She was demonstrating the
Yes.
thing that she says she likes to do.
Here's how you do it.
It's incredible. Fucking incredible, this guy.
But I do stand with Ukraine.
He's still got the fucking Ukraine thing. Like, that's over, man. He's like, yeah, but I don't have a lot of clean shirts, so I'm still on the Ukraine thing.
And they're making fun of my holes.
Oh, man. All right, Pat, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, this is great. John just had a big falling out with one of his bartender friends. There's so much to discuss here. Tell me to pause it at any time as we go through this. This is fan-fucking-tastic.
I'm so sick of these Trumpsters. And let me tell you about a story yesterday. And this is a fact. I will no longer attend
He's got the
a
finger out.
pub that this bartender is working at.
Okay, first off, I want to point out that the scroll on the bottom is that thing to donate to the friend of a friend who's going through chemo treatment. So, and I guess I didn't realize this when we were goofing on this last time. What he's doing is illegal. You can't ask for charity unless you're keeping books on that. He's asking people to donate to a charity that's his PayPal address. That's illegal. I don't know
Unless
if
he
you-
has some kind of not-profit tax thing, which you know he does not have. You
Right.
cannot, no comedy shows, he's got to have something, but he can't just ask for it and say, I'm going to give it to him.
Yeah, you need to be like a 503c. Like, you have to register with the government to do this kind of thing. You can't just tell people like, "Give me the money, I'm good for it. I'll give it to the charity." And that's
I counted 503 C's. I wrote them all down. It's fine.
Yeah.
I did it.
literally-
The girl's got leukemia. Let it. I want the money. It's fine. I got a filter for it. It's good.
It's literally what he's doing. And holy shit. Okay, so we've already established he's upset. There's a bartender involved. This is a lot. Let's get into
No
it.
more pub.
I have been going for years to certain pubs to support this bartender. All the time. She happened to move from one venue to another. And no need to get into the details.
You just did.
And since then, even though people said, "Oh, you guys aren't going to support her anymore after a week or two,"
What's
it's been 5 months.
Yeah, who the fuck was saying, "You know what, John? I bet you won't even go drink at that bar." Like, I sure will.
He leaves his house. Boo!
I'll show
You know who said that? The guy who owns the other bar. Like, she's not gonna fuck you, John. She didn't fuck you here. She's not gonna fuck you there. She'll fuck me.
Pat, you have already picked up on something very early on in this discussion.
I used to bartend. I know regularly during the day. That's what he is.
Yes, correct.
Yes.
Because this is what John is. John's angry that he was rejected, and he's turning it into a political thing. But listen to this. This is great.
You guys aren't going to support her anymore after a week or two. It's been 5 months. I still go to the various different places that this bartender goes to.
Because I'm a
But
hero.
that ends now.
Whoa.
I follow her to the bank. Sometimes I look in her windows. I know what she does.
I know where she lives.
I guess you could call me a gentleman.
Last night, well, yesterday, after the Yankees took another heartbreaking loss,
Jeez.
I went and mailed things that were helping one of our beloved chatters, whose loved one is undergoing expensive chemo treatments. And I mailed this person.
A Groupon for
Doesn't matter. I
chemo.
mailed
50% off your next treatment.
I saw a billboard that said, "Why be bald forever?" And I sent them the Groupon and the link.
I mailed something that I obtained from one of my buddies at one of the various watering holes that I go to.
So what John just described, again, another federally illegal act, is he mailed drugs to someone who's going through treatment. It's like, I got this substance. I'm not going to tell you who I got it from or where I got it, but I did put it in the mail, the U.S. mail, and had it shipped across state lines.
It was an iPad mini that he got for free that was no good.
I bought weed from a guy at a bar, and he got me a shot of Jaeger. It was a good deal.
What a fucking...
But you are all accomplices now.
This is going to be our secrets. Don't tell anyone or we'll all get in trouble.
Don't call the police. I already called him on Carl. It's fine.
Tiffany, I see you waiting on the wings, but you're not on video. This is a video show.
He just scolded a guest
I know.
who isn't even on the show yet. You don't have to turn on your camera while you're waiting for the asshole to talk about the bartender who's being a dick to them. You could wait and hang out with your camera off, John.
There might be cleavage.
That's what I'm thinking too, yeah.
So, I
Yes.
go to the pub. I'm not going to name which one it is.
Okay.
Who would care?
And I get my balls busted because the Yankees lost, and that's fine.
Oh, good.
But then,
I like that he's like, I have a good sense of humor,
Yeah.
though, so it's fine. You know, I can roll with the punches, everyone.
Sure.
That
Can ya?
also means that like this shit bar that he goes to is so over that he used to be famous that when he walks in, like the Yankees lost, you piece of shit. That's all they yell at him. They know he's a Yankee fan, not like the once famous guy.
That's hilarious. That's a really good point. His identity is that he roots for the Yankees and the Giants. Not that he was on the Howard Stern show and Jay Leno.
He went from Baba Booey Jr. to Norm from Cheers Jr. Like, that's not even kidding.
the actual the generous person who helped me with something that our chatter needed,
Your
iPad
drug
mini.
dealer. We got it. Okay, you sat down next to your drug dealer. Yeah, all right.
and her loved one, they helped me. This person, he doesn't want to think that he's a good guy, but he's a damn good guy.
Who doesn't want to think that they're a good guy?
Look at his finger. It's almost straight. It's probably a year ago.
Why does John say things like this? Now, this person would tell you that he's an asshole, but I'm going to go ahead and say, pretty good guy.
If you needed a Stuttering John translation, what he tried to say was he doesn't want it out there that he donated this. He
Yeah.
just wants to do it out of the kindness of his heart.
Right.
And he took it as he hates being known to be good. He's a filthy Mexican who I buy drugs from. You wouldn't think a guy named Javier would be good people, but bueno. You know what I mean? Bueno.
Most of them are scum of the earth, don't get me wrong, but this is one of the good ones.
He wouldn't give me more guacamole for free, but he gave me the weed for the chemo bitch and her daughter. Anyway, I'm doing. Shut up in the back. Shut up. We're not ready for you yet.
And turn the camera on.
Yeah. I'm a good person. Do you have
doesn't
chemo?
want-
Then shut the fuck up.
I want to think that he's a good guy, but he's a damn good guy.
Okay.
Because he and his wife
Aren't real.
got an item this person needed that would be very, very helpful.
So now he's bringing an accomplice into this too. And it wasn't just him, it was his wife also who supplied this illegal narcotic that I then shipped through the U.S. mail. Is everyone
Which
clear
means
on
he's
this?
just drunk. He's drunk at a bar, talking this guy's ear off about some woman neither one of them know.
Yep.
And to the point where the guy's like, dude, I'll get you weed. Just leave me the fuck alone. Just leave me alone. I don't know who you are. I'm 28. I don't know your life. I wasn't alive when you were known. Please get away from me. Pass the pretzel bowl back. Get your fist out of the pretzels. So I'll give you weed for your fake person that's dying. We know the weed's for you.
I like that Pat pretending he's exaggerating, but he's not. No, that's exactly what's happening. Wow, you really did bartender. Yeah, he's got down.
And I went to the post office and I mailed it. 45 homers, Mom. 45. And I mailed it. And then I get to this thing, and then there is that generous guy.
Again, too many fucking details. The way this guy tells the story. And then I took a left, and then I
Usually when it's that many details, it's all lies.
took a right, and then there's a mailbox. I opened the door to the mailbox.
Upstairs, downstairs.
Did he say 45 homers in the middle of that?
I think so, yeah. I think they're probably talking about Judge.
But nobody was talking. He just gave a stat.
Because he's reading the chat at the same time. And he gets distracted, yeah. You know what? I didn't pick up on that. When he said 45, I didn't know what he was talking about. That's funny. You're paying attention. I like that.
Who turns to me, and we're 5-6 feet apart with various individuals, including this certain bartender.
He's really painting a picture.
You know, in that little.
I'm respecting
a
the
little
restraining
group that
order
we
he
had.
had given me from 6 feet apart.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no way he can smell my BO. I was 6 feet away from him.
I thought COVID was over, but whenever I go in the bar, everyone says I must stay 6 feet apart from them. It's not for anybody else for some reason.
Everyone puts on a
Maybe-
mask. They weren't wearing masks before I came in.
They just put a mask over my face.
And a bag.
This generous man just says, man, Trump is a fucking hypocrite. This is a man who has been crapping on Biden for a while, although it's all turning around, isn't it, folks? We'll get to that today.
John gets very confused. He doesn't think that you could dislike both Biden and Trump at the same time, which is very doable. Yeah. Extremely doable. He's always confused by that.
That's a Yankee Red Sox mentality, though.
Yes.
Like, if you're a huge Yankee fan, you can't, like, guys like him don't know what to do when Roger Clemens came to their team. He's like, what do? He's a communist. How do I handle this? He's a man with a job.
As long as Johnny Damon shaves his beard, then I can root for him then.
That's it. That's fine.
Yeah, John, did you know there's also the Orioles and the Blue Jays?
What?
I had no idea.
I like Oreos. They're good. The double stuff's my favorite.
But I was just cleaning some of the white stuff off of my carpet. I think it's from Oreos.
I got an Oreo filter. I put it in the middle. It's not real cream. I don't know if you know. I didn't realize, but it's not real because no milk in it. Vegans can eat it. They're fags, but it's fine.
I guess I should have said the Tampa Bay Rays. Would have been probably a better.
They used to be the Devil Rays.
Would have been a better
But then
example.
the satanic cult people got involved and said, no, they're evil. And then the Rays killed that Steve Irwin guy. I met him one time. He's dead now. And if you want to donate money to Steve Irwin, send it to me, and I'll get it to Steve Irwin.
I'm going to hunt that crocodile if you just give it my PayPal.
I probably shouldn't say his daughter's getting hot, but his daughter's getting ready. You know, anyway, what I'm saying. I'd hunt a crocodile. That's the other thing.
Everyone joined in to the conversation. Yeah. You know, this is the guy that said anybody who pleads the fifth is guilty. Only the mob pleads the fifth. And then he pleads the fifth. Because he's a fucking hypocrite.
John calling someone a hypocrite is insane. This is a guy who literally in the last 2 weeks has said that he's going to sue Patreon because they promote racist and anti-Semitic content. When we have so many examples of John using the N-word, talking about Jew boys, so many different examples of all these things that he's done, and he's sitting here going, that Trump guy, he's a hypocrite. Okay,
Well, to be fair, what I was saying was I wish they'd also promote me. They're promoting that other
Yeah, right.
anti-Semitic stuff, but promote my anti-Semitic stuff.
As my friend stated. But the bartender is suffering from severe BDS. And let me just give you an example that happened before.
You know what BDS is?
No.
So I guess it's Biden derangement syndrome.
Oh, I thought it was like some kind of diarrhea of the mouth, but like with different words. I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, I think that's what he's talking
big
about.
dumb stuttering. Is that what BDS is?
Yes, yeah.
Also, no panhandling. How about that?
Yeah.
Can I get some free weed and some money for Leukemia Jones? Like, no, can you just buy a beer and leave?
Also, no Johns. Yeah, but John Smith's are over there. No, we said no Johns. Like, I've been told to shut up before. I get it. Right away. Like, oh, I need to shut the fuck
Especially
up.
at a bar where the next thing is we'll cut you off. I'll cut you off
Yeah.
if you don't shut the fuck up. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm just telling you you're wrong.
Everybody's joining in. So this bartender says to...
Yeah, they're all telling you to shut the fuck up. Everyone's in this discussion. This guy's telling me to shut up. This guy's telling me to beat it. This guy's telling me to go screw. Everyone's part of this discussion.
One guy says, we closed an hour ago. You're in my car. Get out of here. Who are you?
The other Trumper who was there, who kept on saying, Trump's the man, I don't care. He doesn't get caught, he could do whatever he wants, he's the man. This is the real Trump derangement syndrome. It's from these loons that will kiss the ring of this guy. So, my friend says, okay, let me back up. So the
let's back
bartender,
We were going too fast for a second there. We were actually getting through some things, and I was like, whoa.
Whenever they throw him out. So when they realize that he's not going to tip, that's when she goes, all right, 3 beers, you're cut off. Now you got to go. So then she keeps the $10. And then he's like, all right, whatever. The next day, she knows how to get rid of him and keep his money.
All right, but he is going to talk more about what a big tipper he is.
Yes.
Because as we all know, John is not broke. He has tons of money. And he can just throw it around.
If the principle at stake here is that he's not going to get yelled at, what the fuck does the money have to do with it?
Nothing. And let's listen to this a little bit, and then I want to get Pat's take on it, because for some reason, assholes like this go into a bar, and let's say John is a big tipper.
Sure.
I think what he's trying to say is that for every beer he gives $10. I think that's what he's trying to say.
There's no fucking
It's not
way.
what he said. Well, it doesn't even make sense, because if the beers are $3 each or $4 each, how do you give $10 on that? It doesn't even make sense, right?
Whatever.
So, but even if he did, that doesn't mean he can just treat everyone like shit and be an
Exactly.
asshole and yell, "You're an asshole," and I